CIA Director Mike Pompeo warning defense officials that Kim Jong-un is on the cusp of being able to hit the U.S. with a nuclear-armed ballistic missile. He says, and I quote, "They aren't so far along in that. It is now a matter of thinking about how do you stop the final step." All right, so how do we stop North Korea? Joining me right now, Make America Great Again Coalition Chief Strategist, Dr. Sebastian Gorka. Good to see you, sir. This is a tough one. What do you do?
It's one of the toughest. This and Iran are one of our hardest intelligence targets, very difficult to penetrate. But Mike Pompeo is a great American, great director of the CIA, so we have to take his words very, very seriously. Trish, any threat, you have to measure it on two indices. Number one is capability, and the second is intent, because you can have a capability but have no intent to use it against us. But if the two come together, then we have a problem. So if the reports are true, then it looks as if they are on the cusp of capability of having a nuclear device which is deliverable to the territory of the United States. The question is it just saber rattling, or is it more than that? Because if it's more than that, then we will have to take action to make sure that that capability is not used against us.
So, Dr. Gorka, what is action?
This is a different kind of administration. This administration doesn't give its playbook away. That was the Obama administration. Remember how they telegraphed months in advance, we're coming to Mosul, we're not coming to Mosul. The enemy loves that. The enemy uses that against you. So one thing we just have to be comfortable with, the president will take whatever action is necessary, and just look how outspoken Secretary Mattis has been. Secretary Mattis says, we will destroy your regime. If you take action against us, we will simply destroy you. So this is the point at which we will find out.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
You know, I look at all of this right now, and I realize everybody's quick to head straight towards World War III. And let me just ask you this, Dr. Gorka. When we really are looking at our options, shouldn't we also be looking at China? In that China has the intelligence that we need. We don't have that intelligence, frankly, in North Korea. And they have the ability to really influence the situation there.
Yeah.
They have the ability, if they want, to move him to the side or to really insist he disband his nuclear weaponry or get moved to the side. So when I think about how we could influence China, there's a whole host of economic things we could do. And I'm not talking sanctioning North Korea. I don't think that really matters ultimately. I'm talking about taking it a step further and saying we might sanction China if they do not help in North Korea. Your thoughts?
You've got it. You've got it bang to rights there. The fact is, North Korea is a satrapy. It is a puppet regime of China. At least the real figures are 80 plus. I would say it's 90+% of all the stuff that gets exported into North Korea comes from China. China could switch off the spigot right now, and within 24 hours, North Korea would be singing a different tune entirely. That's up to the president. As long as we've got people like Peter Navarro inside the White House, as long as we've got the current National Security Council Asia team, we are in good hands, because they know what they're talking about and they will play hardball. But the president was very displeased with the consequences of the Mar-a-Lago summit. He had high hopes. Nikki Haley has brought together an impressive sanctions package against North Korea, but that mostly hurts North Koreans, not the regime.
No, I agree. So and it's great, right? China and Russia all signed on, so it looks good on the world stage.
Right.
But we need to take it beyond looking good on any kind of stage. We need to actually see some results, Dr. Gorka.
Yeah, we need I recommend a combination of two things. We have to play very, very hard ball with China behind closed doors. We have the capacity to do that. Nikki Haley, the president himself. And secondly, we have lots of things we don't talk about on television, covert capabilities that we may already be using. But the fact is we need to use that full palette of covert measures against North Korea specifically to undermine their capacity to hurt us. But one thing the president told me in the Oval Office just the two of us. Before I left, he said, I have no desire to go to war over the Korean Peninsula. So that is the last option from his mind. But
But you know, people aren't talking about these economic sanctions as much as they could and should be, Dr. Gorka. So I'm glad to hear that. But finish your thought.
No, but as he has made clear, he doesn't want to. But this isn't just up to the president. And if our lives, if the lives of Americans or our territory or our partners and friends are threatened, this is a man who has shown leadership. So a very simple message to little old Kim. Do not test this president.
Hear, hear. All right. Dr. Gorka, thank you so much.